Hi, Saseni, and welcome back to Beth Mudhoni channel. I hope you're doing great. We are doing fine, and you know what? Today I'm happy. Why? I'm doing what I like to do, and nobody can stop me. Why am I saying nobody can stop me? Because here in YouTube is a gossip platform where everybody can come in, and you know what? Not only that, because today I want to tell you things that people would not tell you, or what other people cannot tell you. I know there are people who are watching me. There is somebody who wrote me an email and she was telling me, Beth, when you talk about these some things that we do here, like the government can do something to stop this. I'm telling you, the government knows everything that we usually do here. Why do I say them? Let me give you a story. Before I go to tourists and refugee, those people who comes as tourists and refugees, there was some year that was 2012. 2012. I was going to German school, and I had a girl from Ghana, and she told me, Beth, you know what? When we have a break, you're going to take me somewhere to the police station. And me, like me, I like to go where the fire is burning, and I don't cause problem, but I like to face problems because those things help me to know where am I heading to, and those things help me to help you. And so we went with this girl, and she told me, I want to report that my passport is missing. And I was there, and she spoke in English. She told them, the policeman, in English, I came because my passport got lost, and it's 3 days now, and I have not been seeing it. And you know what? The police told this girl, I remember very well, it was 2012, but I do remember every bit of it. And the police was writing in a piece of paper, and he stopped writing, and he told this girl, you know what? Go back home. Your sister is going to bring your passport. I know somebody have known what I want to say. And so, for me, I didn't know what he intended to say. I thought he did not understand this girl. And so, I wanted to talk, but I said, hold on, keep quiet, because the girl said, okay, and when it's don't come, she wanted to say something, and the officer said something else. He said, you know what, go and stay for a week, then come back if you don't get it. But at first, he had given another information. And when we came out, I asked this girl, what do he mean? And she said to me, you know what? These people usually know that we usually give our passports for people to use them to come in Europe. And this one I didn't know, but she told me such kind of a thing. But she told me, I'm not cheating. It's the whole truth that I lost my passport. But I was told by somebody whom I told I have lost it. He told me, when you go there, they will think you have sent it. And so that was the case. And I don't know how the story went, if she got her passport or not. And so that's the tema, the video today, that you come from Kenya. Let me take Kenya. You come as a tourist, and you ask me, Beth, when I'm coming there, what am I going to do? I told you, unless you stay here illegally, I don't have something that I can tell you will do. unless you have a job on demand and come and say, okay, I am a doctor, I would like to come and work here. And so you give your papers and your evidence that you are a nurse and you get a job as a nurse. And most of the cases, they might tell you, go back in your country and you come back again. Or they might tell you, because we are so much in need of you, we are going to help you get a working permit. And if you are not a nurse or you are not doing a job on in demand in Germany, what do you expect me to tell you? I think you expect me to go to tell you, you know what, seek for refugee. I won't tell you that. Why? Because I don't want to tell you where to start, because I myself don't know where you should start. Another thing, I don't know what you're going to find there. You yourself, how comes you can tell me you're coming from your home country as a tourist and you don't know where your destination? You're just kidding me. That means I don't have any answer to this, and I'm telling you, walk your way. You had planned this to come as a tourist. Walk your way. I can just tell you, there is refugee. I did that video as how you can apply as a refugee or come as a refugee. And I told you, as a refugee, you come here because you have domestic violence. Your home country is in war. Such things. You have problem with the government, such things. You know it's everywhere. We also take refugees to our countries. And you know the rules and regulation of being a refugee somewhere. And so, Beth, what do these people usually do? You know what these people do? I won't cheat you. They either go to somebody they know, like, let me take an example with Beth. Somebody comes and we know each other, because you cannot cheat me. You come here without knowing anybody. And so they know somebody, they come and stay for some days and then go just surrender themselves. Or there are those people who comes, when they come, they just throw their papers and say, I surrender, I don't know where I come from, or I come from somewhere, I don't have my papers, and I don't know how I came here. And so it will be like a process. And in this process, the lawyers and everybody here, they work like, that's why I usually tell you, this is a country where you are just not judged. And they usually try to search for justice, or to search for where is the truth? What is the person? Because there are people who comes and say, I came in this way and this, and it's the whole truth. And there are those people who comes and they just want to be here. And so they try to give everybody a chance to be in Germany, or to seek for azur, or to seek for refugee. And so they have a process, and they have to prove, or you have to prove, that you really need this refugee. And they have also to prove that you don't need it, and they will send you back to where you belong or where you came from. And now comes this question: where are they taking you? And you don't have like your document. And they say, okay, what we are going to do is to wait until this person gets the document. And so they give you a room in the refugee camps. And there is a difference with every camp. There are camps that you get, and you get somewhere where you go to another level, let me say that. And there are other camps that you can stay there 9 years, 10 years without knowing where are you heading to. And so what these people usually do is just, they either refuse you to work, or tell you you are not allowed to move from this town to the other town. So you remain, like in Hanover, you remain here. And another way is like, they say, okay, you are let me take a nurse. You are a nurse in your country. You can go and they help you to do the crash course, small courses that shows the employer that you are legible or you can do this job. And so they employ you. When they employ you, you remain still in the camp until they say, or they see there is no otherwise, and say, you know what, we give you a working permit. So it is changed from a refugee to a working permit. But this is not easy. I told you, you have to go through a lawyer process. And so it's not easy, like we are saying, unless the truth is there. The truth, I mean, like, take an example with Ukraine. They have war right now. If somebody come from there and you come and seek for Azul, that means you are a nurse and you can do the job. They even don't care. Sometimes they help you enter in the market, and that's what they are doing right now. And that's what will make it hard for us who want to come in Germany. So it's not a positive thing that there is this war, because it's not something good for those people who want to come in Germany. And another way is that this is very common, and I would advise people, those people who usually do this, I don't know your aim, but everybody know herself. There are those people who comes in Germany and you go somewhere, you work with somebody's papers, and when you're working with somebody's papers, you work with their papers, and the employer, if you are lucky, they won't know that you are not that person. And so you're working with papers which belong to another person, and mostly not a person who is in Germany, it's a person who is in European country. And so it's like you are paying the person to let you work with his or her papers. And in this time, you are getting, yes, some money, because you can pay your rent where you are staying with somebody, because you have to register yourself with another name from the other person, and you have some money which you can send home, do something, and later on, at the end, you don't have money, papers. And that's what my point. You either, when you are hiding yourself, right? They call it chini ya maji. When you are underground, means that you can only do something with the papers that you got from that person. And if you don't have those papers, means that you are not insured, you cannot go to work, you just stay, let me say, with your sister at home, and you just be there. If the family don't have kids, you're just there. And you ask yourself, will I stay like this the whole of your years? And that's the places where people decide to go and seek for Azul. And another point is that I don't see the reason why people usually do this. Help people work with their papers, give them more money, and later you will end up going to refugee or to just surrender yourself. I think it would. I don't say anything because I don't have experience with it, but when I see at the end of the day, you're going to surrender yourself, why don't you surrender and start doing the process at that time? Because even though you stay for years here, it won't make a difference that you will be later a refugee. You still be a refugee. And there are other ways that for women or men, there are other ways that you get a girlfriend, get a kid with them, or you are pregnant with a German person, and then they start another process. The process starts that you are seeking for refugee, and now you got a kid with a German kid, a German man or woman, and now you have to stay because the person have a German citizenship. And I told you, not only citizenship, here, I usually call them German papers. When you are you are entitled or you are allowed to stay in Germany, then you are given a Aufenthaltstitel. You are allowed to stay here legally. And so you end up getting the papers, and I don't know how they do it to make your refugee get over, and they give you a resident permit to stay like you are married. You're there. They have articles. They have 28, 32. They have everything in every way that you are here. They have an article with this. And so they give you this article number that they say this person is here because of the fact that the person have a kid with a German person. But this does not mean that you are fully there. You are allowed to do everything. You can stay. No, because there are people who get their children here. They have them here, and they are still they still go back to their home country. One, because of how the government or the Gericht, the government, or what do we call it? Gericht. What is Gericht in English? Tell me there. What they decide, the court, what the court decide is what will be done. But as long as you're staying here, you don't have any messes, your family is okay, you will be given an Aufenthaltstitel that will allow you to stay here. And they will tell you, okay, after a certain time, we can give you a German citizenship or the Aufenthaltstitel.